Tennessee could be the first state to ban political flags in all public schools. Ahead of session next week, Republican Representative Gino Bulso filed a bill to do just that.
Critics say the measure is actually aimed at removing LGBTQ pride flags in public schools, but as News 2's Adam Mincer reports, the bill can do much more than that.
Whether in hallways or classrooms, Republican Representative Gino Bulso says these flags don't belong in public schools.
In my district, some constituents and a school board member that were concerned about teachers and counselors displaying the pride flag in different schools as a way of trying to indoctrinate students as to what values that they should possess.
Ahead of the start of the legislative session, the Brentwood lawmaker filed a bill that not only bans pride flags, but any flag that isn't the official U.S. or Tennessee flag from public schools.
The bill obviously is somewhat agnostic with regard to any political views. It simply seeks to remove from the classroom these types of political influences that some use to try to indoctrinate children.
What does an LGBT flag indoctrinate a child into?
Well, I guess it really depends. I mean, it covers a very wide swath, which is really where the problem is. Certainly, you're familiar with the Supreme Court's decision in 2015 in the Obergefell case that effectively flattened any state laws that supported traditional marriage and held that the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment requires that all states put same-sex marriage and heterosexual marriage on exactly the same footing. That's one issue that I think that flag represents.
Bulso said he thinks the values children should be taught are from the 1700s.
50 years ago, we had a consensus on what marriage is. We don't have that anymore. 100 years ago, we had a consensus on sexual morality. I don't think we have that anymore. So the values that I think most parents want their children exposed to are the ones that are the ones that were in existence at the time that our country was founded.
The ACLU has called pride flag bans a, quote, disturbing new trend and say they're unconstitutional. States like Utah and Florida are also considering similar bans, but none have passed.
You know, Adam, bills always change. There are going to be lawmakers who look at this and go, wait a minute, I want my city's name flag in the school system. Are there going to be changes? Do you anticipate changes?
He is expecting them as it goes throughout the process that more flags are going to be added as exemptions. So I asked some specifics. He said the POW flag, for example, is one that'd be allowed as well as state flags in other countries. But he said flags like the Black Lives Matters flag is political and therefore he wouldn't want them in schools.
And who chooses what's political?
I asked that. I did not get a direct answer. So we will see once the full bill is set.